Today I'm going to go through our newest purchase in Dallas. This is a 12-unit apartment over on Story Lane, which is kind of northwest Dallas. It's over by the Love Field Airport. So we have bought this. It currently has 3 vacancies and 9 of the units are rented out, but we're going to go through and do renovations on all of the units. Some of them are more or halfway renovated and some of them are not renovated at all. This one is one of the worst units. They've already started some of the demo on this one. So it's a nice case study because you can see it's in a rough condition, but we're going to go through and make them look much better by the end of it. So I'm going to walk through and show you each of the upgrades that they're going to be doing. All right, so you'll notice right away there's no floors. So we're going to be putting in nice luxury vinyl plank flooring in here. We're going to put new trim baseboards around the bottom here. We're doing a fresh white coat of paint. There's like a bright white that's very complementary now in apartment complexes. So those touches alone are going to be like 50% of the value. The paint, the flooring, the baseboards. And then what we're going to go do is this ceiling fan's pretty old. We're going to go put a new ceiling fan in here. I'd love to upgrade these windows, but the trouble is with these windows, it's very expensive to do the upgrades. Now the blinds, they do look nice. That one was broken there, but this has the 2-inch faux wood vinyl. So I like that. This particular one is the mini blind. So you can see the difference perhaps. In this one, it looks just a little more premium, a little more upgraded, and these look just a little smaller and a little more, these are like the cheapest blinds out there. So like when you see these, at least to me, it just signifies that, hey, whoever built this put the cheapest materials possible in there, and like one step above the bottom makes them look just, you know, like hey, you're trying. It's got this kind of thing. I mean, it's not the modern look that we're going for, and these windows are a little foamed. What is it, foggy? So like I kind of want to do something. We'll try to remove the fog, but I'm not replacing this whole window because that's expensive. And I don't think it's really going to change the value if we do. We've got a nice modern ceiling fan going in. We're going to replace this light fixture with a flat one that's kind of flush mounted. So there's recessed lighting that we could do, but that starts getting expensive. It starts to be like $300 to go in and change the electrical and do all that. And a recessed light, we really just need one that's like $60, $50-$60 to replace that there. It's kind of interesting. They've got this telephone here, so we're just going to take that out. They've also got a thermostat that's decent. If it was super old, we'd probably replace it, but this one's it's from like 20 years ago. So we'll keep that one in. Some apartments do the Nest smart home upgrades, and you can do those. I think a Nest system will probably run you like $500, and then you can do a couple other things to, usually it's about $800-900 to do all the smart home upgrades. And they're cool, but in a neighborhood where this is, like our rent is going to be $13.95 a month for this particular unit. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. I just don't see that even if we installed that, the people that would live in this neighborhood probably are not going to pay more than the $13.95 a month that we're charging. Even if this was amazing, like we could double the renovation budget, we'd probably only get another $200 a month. Like, you know, location really matters. So we're only going to upgrade it as good as the neighborhood allows. So we're going to go through here. What I wish that we could do, like this is a nice little area that you can look out through the kitchen and see into the living room. I'd love to just take this wall out and then take out this top area and just have this all be more open. This is a structural support, so we're not going to be able to do that. Yeah, I was talking to the contractors about taking out this whole wall and flattening it with a carpenter and then taking this all out. Part of that, it limits the cabinet space. Like I'll keep walking through and we'll get to the kitchen. And it's going to be like $2,000 to do all that. So at the end of the day, while it would be nice, I just don't think $2,000 for a slightly more open concept is going to drive the rents. Now, if this was a single family home and we were selling it, that would make a difference because we could sell it for a lot more. But for a renter or for a tenant, I don't think it's going to change much. So they've got this beautiful wallpaper in here from a long time ago, right? So we're going to get rid of that. Nice white paint all through. We're going to have a nice subway tile backsplash. I've noticed subway tiles backsplash in the kitchen is probably one of the most cost-effective upgrades that you can do because it's like $500 to do those subway tiles, and they make any apartment look nice. All of a sudden, like even if we only changed that, you would be like, something feels kind of nice. Like everything else is ugly, but something feels nice. It's that subway tile backsplash here. We're doing black appliances, so you got a black dishwasher. We're going to have a black stove off screen. We're going to do a new faucet, a new undermount sink. We're going to paint all of these cabinets a nice bright white, and then we're going to have some black hardware on there. The countertops we're going to resurface. They're going to be black. They're going to have a white vein, so it looks like it's granite, but it's going to be a resurface, so it's only like $300 to resurface. Black vent hood, black stove, black fridge. This is a different kind of flooring, but we're still doing the same luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout. There's a water heater. You want to look at everything when you're doing a tour like this, but water heaters, you know, unless they're over 10 years old, you don't really need to worry about them. And even if they are over 10 years old, but they're working, you just got to have a budget in your line item to say, hey, we'll probably need to replace these at some point. They've got the smoke detector that's not here, so we're going to put a new carbon monoxide smoke detector up there. This light, we're replacing it with a nice flat. All of the electrical light switches and outlets are this yellowish dirty color, so we're going to replace those. So you see the shower here, it's weird because it's like this ugly tan. It's got this like couple of white tiles down here, and then even the tub itself is pretty ugly. So we're going to resurface the tub, make that nice and bright white. And then if we were to just paint all of this white, you could tell that it was painted and resurfaced, and like it would definitely look better. It still cost us like $500, but for $1,000 they're going to like take this all out and put brand new subway tile in there, which is a more modern look and feel to it. And so we're just going to go that direction instead of just resurfacing, because we might as well have brand new in there as well. We're replacing the towel racks with the black towel rack, black toilet paper holder. We're going to have a nice modern black light fixture up here. A new silver mirror is going in. We're going to have a new bigger faucet. We're not changing the actual sink itself. That's okay. But we are going to go and resurface this and make it like a nice black countertop there. So the interesting thing here, you guys can kind of see, they have the washer and dryer, the laundry in the bathroom. So we thought about what to do about this. Like, it's good that they have laundry in the unit, so it's just in a weird spot in the bathroom. But for us to like tear out this wall or move some stuff around would cost us a lot of money, and I don't think it would really change the value of how much somebody is willing to pay for rent. And I think for something like this, they're just kind of happy to have laundry. So if we were building it from scratch, we would put it in a different spot for sure, but it's not going to be worth moving it somewhere else, so we're just going to keep them here. And then, yeah, they've got two towel racks, which is kind of interesting. They've got the towel rack over here. They've got the towel rack over on this side. So we're going to just take this one out, and then we're just going to keep this towel rack above the toilet like they most of the time are. Oh, and then the other thing I should say is these just look old. So we're going to replace, it's like $75 for the kit to replace this with a nicer shower head. And then they also replace these with more modern looking knob kits. Also, all the doorknobs, you can kind of see this is like a gold doorknob. We're going to replace that with a nice black doorknob to match the other fixtures that we've got. So in here, replace the ceiling fan up there. Same thing, replace the flooring, make sure the walls are nice and painted. On these little air conditioning vents, there's nothing that we really need to do other than just kind of clean them up. If they look real bad, we'll paint over them, but just kind of cleaning those up is okay. A lot of people say that you should get rid of the popcorn ceilings, but, it definitely looks better when you do, but it definitely costs money to do it. And so I don't see a huge value when you're doing these for apartments. So we've been leaving the popcorn ceilings in because, again, if you were going to do a single family house and sell it, definitely good to get rid of that. It's not a style that's in these days, but it just doesn't make that much of a difference. And it costs a decent amount of money. It's probably like $2,000 to remove the popcorn ceilings throughout all of this in a way that makes it look good. And I don't think it's going to, if we didn't have popcorn ceilings, I don't think I could charge any more rent. All right, so you can see the other bathroom. This one, they just already tore it out. So same kind of thing, black vanity here for the bathroom. These are already painted white, so we're just going to freshen it up a little bit with white paint. Black fixtures on the end or hardware so that we can pull these bottom cabinets out. A new light fixture above, a new mirror. The previous tenants, I think, just put this thing in, so we're just going to take that out. Obviously tile the shower, a new vent and light in the top there. Doesn't have to be fancy, but it just has to be there. They've got this closet here. It's a nice looking closet. Closets, as long as they work, you don't really need to do much to them unless it's like a really big fancy closet. I opened this up. You want to make sure you don't have a Federal, Pacific, or a stab lock breaker. Those are from the 1960s. So if you're buying a property 1970 or newer, probably won't have it. But if you do, they used to cause fires. I mean, they still cause fires. So you want to get those replaced. And also your insurance company is going to be very expensive if you don't have those. So these are General Electric breakers. So we're good there. I wouldn't spend too much time on the closet other than that electrical panel breaker. They already have the 2-inch blinds over there. So that looks good. I kind of go through. So this here's the closet. You know, you just want to clean that up. You don't really even need to paint it. Nobody pays too much attention to closets. And then in here, you want to make sure we got those 2-inch blinds. Replace all the light switches and outlets. They've got that little door. Again, a closet, same kind of thing. You want to make sure you got the floors, but don't worry too much about closets. Replace the ceiling fan with that light. So that's the tour. This is what we're doing with this unit. Now you can kind of see a little bit more about how we do this. And yeah, stay tuned. I can't wait to show you guys the after.